Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we're going to be looking at a couple of new Pokemon cards that, well, I'm not saying that Pokemon did make them just for me, but I'm not saying they didn't, and I am saying it looks a little bit like they did. The translations here today come from the lovely Antoine Boulet, but also the lovely Joe over at Cerebi.net. And we need to start with Steelix, because Steelix, it seems like Pokemon looked and went, oh man, Wossie's really been trying to make Donphan work. And up till now, Donphan has not been working as much as Wossie might like. We need to give Wossie some new tricks to use with Donphan, and ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what we've got with Steelix here. Now, it's a Steelix, so obviously we big. Stage 1 Pokemon, 190 HP, that's huge. Retreat cost of 4 is also huge. Weakness to grass is fine, grass hasn't played that much, we are good. Now, the free energy, 180 plus 30 to each of your bench Pokemon, is fine. It's alright. Bearing in mind, when we're playing Donphan, one of the reasons we want to play it is because of Phanpy, and then you would also use Memory Capsule to copy Phanpy's ability with Donphan. The for 2 energy does 30 damage for each damage counter on it. That's kind of the point. Well, you see, ladies and gentlemen, this will build you up pretty quickly. Because now, you're putting 30 damage on each of your bench Pokemon. You do this twice, Phanpy goes up to 6 damage counters, hitting 180, and Donphan obviously builds up pretty quickly as well, and this seems to work. If you want to put the damage onto Donphan and Phanpy, this is a great way to do it. However, it's 2 fighting 1 colourless energy. It's super awkward. The fact of the matter is, Donphan might only spread 20 to your bench, but it does it for a single energy while hitting 120. So even though Steelix does more damage and also gets a straight KO on things like Kricketune of 180 HP, weak Pokemon V will be got here. And even though you can always use stuff like B to accelerate energy, or you can start mucking around with Galarian, Zapdos and Energy Switch, I don't think you should, incidentally, but you can. I just think the energy cost here is too awkward. What is not too awkward is the first attack. 2 colourless energy, 20 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. And yeah, sure, it's only 20 times, whereas Phanpy is 30 times, but it's also on a 190 HP Pokemon that can use it for 2 colourless energy, and that's the difference. Any energy acceleration will work here, or you can just go twin energy. You can pay it for a twin energy. And this is why I like Steelix so much. And obviously I'm thinking in the early game, you just sit there doing the attack with Donphan, just hammering your own Steelix on the bench, and then Steelix comes in to clean up after a few Donphan attacks and starts going a little bit crazy. I love it. It's brilliant. And if you want a partner for Donphan, this is about as perfect a partner as you can get. It's still fighting type. It can bench damage if you need it to. It's got nice high HP. And you are able to attack for a single energy attachment, which is really what you want to be doing here. Stage 1 single energy, let's go. Here's the problem. Inteleon and Rapid Strike Urshifu. 2 of the most widely played Pokemon around at the moment. And the problem is, they can actually do a pretty high amount of bench damage pretty gosh darn quickly. So let's say, for argument's sake, my opponent has got 2 Inteleon out, not unrealistic in a Rapid Strike Urshifu deck. That means that if I get 3 damage counters on, well, they can attack with Rapid Strike Urshifu, use the 2 Inteleon, that's 160, with the 30 I've already got on, I go down. It is nice that Persimmon won't work because you're not a bench Pokemon GX or V, but this is the problem. There's too many bench-hitting Pokemon nowadays, and we don't have a bench barrier Pokemon anymore. So it means that while you're trying to build up damage, your opponent can basically play around that, and when you've got enough damage to be useful, they can then go and get a KO. I think I still love Steelix, and I think there is absolute potential here, and I think if you're playing a Donphan deck, this is the best partner we found, because it does kind of the same things while also being beefy, and it's got a single energy attachment, retaliation, outrage, call it what you will, attack. I just worry that the format we're in at the moment will allow your opponent to play around it too easily. Either way, I'm still giving it 4 Wassies, and I still am absolutely completely in love with this card, and you better believe you're going to be seeing me on the ladder playing around with Donphan Steelix when this set comes out. But I do genuinely worry that it's going to be too awkward, and we've got too much bench hitting with not enough bench protection at the moment, so a deck like this where you need to really control how much damage is on your bench, you are going to be unable to do so, and that's genuinely a little bit sad. But I love it, and if you're looking for a partner for Donphan, and let's be perfectly clear, I am looking for a partner for Donphan, yeah, this will do rather nicely indeed. Now, if you're a fan of this channel, or if you've popped in occasionally, or, you've ever heard of it, which I'm going to be honest, you probably have if you're here, you will know that I'm quite a big fan of Excadrill. I love me some Excadrill. And there is a new Excadrill. And anytime there's a new Excadrill, I get very excited indeed. The one from Cosmic Eclipse was nuts good. The one from Unified Minds was not my favoured playstyle, but I did still play it, and it was also really good. This one might not be. And we've had a good metal Excadrill before. The one from Primal Clash I could attack twice, I once went undefeated in a tournament with. Although, to be clear, I turned up having got 2 game losses, or round losses, because I was staying home to wait for a sofa to be delivered. So I was starting from 0-2, so I was only playing people with bad records. Not the point, went undefeated. My 3 opponents between them had 1 win at the time I played them. Not the point, went undefeated. This new Excadrill has 130 HP, which is nice. That's the amount we're actually looking for. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Go team. I mean, we might as well stop there. 2 energy, 50 damage. Just not good. Like, there's no way around it. It's just not a good attack, not on a stage 1. 3 energy, 120, stops your opponent retreating. I mean, there's reasons to like it. You can use Metal Sorcerer to accelerate energy. You can use Bronzong to move energy over to it. And your 2-hit KOing Pokemon V while stopping them retreating. So if you can just keep something in the active for 1 turn without them having any kind of switch, which they probably will, or attacking, which they might be able to, then this is going to get some cheeky KOs. But 3 energy on a stage 1, and I'm crossing my fingers that my opponent doesn't have a switch or a way to attack. It's not my preferred way of playing, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I am sorry. And that means that we are finishing off with Golem. Now, a couple of things about Golem straight off the bat. Firstly, Golem, and I've listed them out more than once, Golem is the 3rd best Pokemon from Gen 1. It's official, according to me. So obviously not official, but shh. First, Porygon. Second, Snorlax. Third, Golem. Love me some Golem. Also need to mention that Geodude has Okacheke artwork, and goodness me, it's beautiful. Love that artwork. And, not to be outdone, Ito has done amazing artwork on this Golem here. So, artwork-wise, we are good. And I actually really like the ability here. I should say 180 HP on a stage 2 is high. You've got a really high retreat cost and a nice weakness to grass. Golem and Steelix have a lot in common. But what we've got here is the ability Blast Hurrah. Now, I should mention that is a pun that Antoine, as our translator, has come up with. It literally translates to Desperate Bomber. There is absolutely no way it is translated as Desperate Bomber, and Blast Hurrah is a brilliant pun, so I'm willing to allow it. And essentially, if this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, you put 10 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. That's a lot, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot of damage counters. And essentially, what I really want here is a decent low energy attack, and it doesn't have it, which is really sad. Like, the best we can do is use Memory Capsule to copy Tackle on Graveler, which will do 30 for 1 energy. And even that's not good. And that's kind of a problem. You see, I love the idea that I can just sit in the active here and start doing something, and then I get KO'd and drop 10 damage counters, and that's awesome. But my problem is I need to do something. And that's where I fall down with this card. Because what am I doing? And I honestly don't know the answer to that question. For anyone wondering, there is no other Golem or Geodude or whatever in the format at the moment. We are stuck with what we can essentially have from this particular set. And that's rubbish. Because I love the ability, but the ability alone isn't enough. I need to be doing something with Golem and have the ability as a great bonus when they get KO'd. Yes. Now, there is a counter-argument here, and the counter-argument is just use it with Inteleon. Everyone else is playing Inteleon with everything nowadays. So just use Inteleon to spread damage, force your opponent to attack into Golem, and take the 10 damage counters. The problem is your opponent chooses what they're attacking with. They choose which Pokemon takes the damage. They choose when they take the damage. It's just too awkward. I want it to be amazing, I desperately do, but I am worried it's just not going to work out. As for the attack, fighting double colourless, 160 plus 30 to yourself. But again, you're talking fighting double colourless, and 160 isn't enough to KO something like a Cricketune. So you're getting single prize Pokemon, but that's about it. And I'm going to be honest with you, right? If I'm putting free energy on a stage 2 Pokemon, I want to be doing more than just KOing single prize Pokemon. And that's where this Golem falls down for me. Love the artwork, love the ability, and I don't even need much. I really don't. What I need is something. An attack to be using competently while I'm getting ready to do something else. And I don't have it here. I just don't have it. Which means I'm stuck trying to use Golem's attack, which isn't quite good enough. And with that and the ability being played around, I don't think it's going to work. Love the card, love the artwork, love the Geodude artwork. Don't think it's going to work in the long run. Hey-ho. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Pokemon cards that may or may not have been made for me, but come on. There's at least a chance, right? I don't know. I want to know what you think about all of these, so let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.